What? I'm trying to do something here. I'm trying to do something. Okay? She's gonna start the tape any minute now.
I still look better than you when you're wearing my dress.
Clutch the pearls. You did not just say that.
I did. Yes.
Whoa! Did you really just do that? Did you really?
Whoa!
Did you really like? Hi, I'm Chanel, and this is the Chanel Diaries. I have a treat for you today. I'm going to we're going to start by basically telling you more about myself. I was in a hospital and very messed up with pain and all kinds of things, and it was just really hard to. I'm really trying to look at the camera and not myself, but damn. Anyway, I'm going to try. Let's start now.
You're not that good, Chanel, so I don't know what you're I'm kidding, Mommy.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Now, I'm going to read to you parts of my my book. It's called Never Lost My Praise. It's basically about how I have grown up and God has always been there for me. And it wasn't until I had a child of my own is when I realized that God had been calling me all along and putting me through a lot of things. But you know, it's just trial and error growing up, and God allows you to go through things to test your faith and see if you're going to rely on Him. So I'm going to start. Now, in this story, the only person that you should know is the character of Nova Lee is me. Okay? And the rest, well, you'll see. Nova Lee's story. I sit on my bed looking back at my husband, sleeping peacefully next to me and thanking God for the last 15 years, for that's how long I had been married to him. I couldn't help but laugh to myself thinking about how my life was not supposed to be this way. I just knew I was going to be a pediatrician or a lawyer, but ironically, I was a housewife with 3 kids, 2 dogs and a cat, and I was extremely happy. But when I think back on my journey of this bliss, I can definitely say that my journey has been a bit rough. Did you just burp for real?
I tried not to. Julie, I went to say hi and then it just.
Okay, let me get through this. I'm sorry. Anyway, I know where I am, and your point, I didn't want them to know I was reading it. I didn't want them to know I was reading it.
Who knew? I was just pointing at the screen.
Well, you know now. So anyway,
I just edited it out.
But I am.
We can keep these to laugh at.
Okay. No.
But I am truly grateful for every bump, rock, and boulder and mountain that was thrown in my path. For the Bible says, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not to thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path." And that is Proverbs 3:5-6. Now, in the beginning on January 7th, 1974, there was a woman named Hillary Williams that was standing in an unemployment office and wondering how she let things get so bad. She was pissed at herself that she had let a man drive her crazy. Why did she wait so long to leave? But this was a new day, time to push forward. Just when she started thinking about where the closest place to get a newspaper for the classifieds was, a gentleman behind her taps her on the shoulder and says, "Have you seen that before?" Then he points to a man sitting in the corner of the waiting room rolling himself a cigarette. The next thing she knew, she was having a wonderful conversation with this wonderful man that turned out to be quite charming and really funny. Hillary couldn't remember the last time she had laughed, let alone talked to a man without wanting to stab him in the balls. But she was enjoying herself, laughing and forgetting that she was even at the unemployment office. Someone said, "Next." "Oh, I'm sorry," she said to the lady behind the counter, and she went on ahead. As she was walking towards the exit, the charming man stopped her and finally introduced himself as James Dean Tyler. Forgot. That I could have did that. Sorry about that, you guys.
Um, I got a question. So, who is James Dean Tyler?
Dead.
Okay, because you didn't go over the characters.
I don't have to.
Okay,
Because
no,
if
I
you
didn't-
would have let me go on, the characters are kind of self-explanatory. But we'll get there.
So Hillary is Nemo?
Okay, see, I didn't want our audience to know that yet, but, you know, that's cool. That's cool. It doesn't make the story any less great. Let's continue. So,
Well, I don't want you reading it and I'm confused. I want to get it.
you're gonna get it. I mean, literally, I'm on, like, the 3rd chapter.
Why are you so fast? She started at 1.
Anyway, now let's back to Hillary. Hillary and James were, Hillary was walking toward the exit, and the charming man stopped her and finally introduced himself as James Dean.
What's family practice?
It's a game show where they make families do
Okay, like, for real though, nobody is touching the TV. The remote, wait,
Bobby, come on, it'll be fun.
is here. So, what the heck? Let's do this. It better not come on again, I know that. All right, let's finish this
my
up.
gosh.
Well, we will be ending this real quick and performing an exorcism on the next episode. All right,
Imagine.
let's continue.
No, she's growling at the wall.
Shoo. Yeah, I know. Ruby was just sitting here. Rubik's Cube. My Ruby. Come here, baby. Come here, booby. Come here, booby. Come here.
This one.
She was just staring at the TV like, what the heck? And then the TV turns on by itself. Creepy. So sorry. Let's get back to the story. All right. So, like I said, the charming man introduced himself as James Dean Tyler, as he opened the door for her, and they continued their conversation down the street to the liquor store for the classifieds, and to the hot dog stand for a bite to eat, and then finally onto her mom's porch until about 3:30 in the morning. Oh my God, James, is it really after 3? Wow, it is, James said. I guess I better get going, Hillary. It was a pleasure talking with you. Can I call you sometime? Sure, she replied, not really expecting or necessarily wanting him to call her, but she jotted down her number anyway and gave it to him, and he flashed those beautiful pearly white teeth of his and left. Hillary stood up and walked in the house and was startled by the sight of her mother standing in the doorway. Wow, Hill. I haven't seen a smile like that on you in a while. What? My dear, what smile? Then my dear turned Hillary toward the mirror on the wall, and there it was. A big old smile. A big one. And she didn't even know that she was even smiling. Hillary was thinking that it was nice to have had that moment. But that's all it was just a moment. And just as Hillary climbed in bed, the phone rang. And she looked at the clock, 4:55 a.m. Who in the hell, with much attitude in her voice, answered the phone? Hello? And it was him. It was James. I know it's early, but I was wondering if I can take you out for some breakfast this morning. It is 8 o'clock okay? She was in complete shock, but even more shocked at her answer. Sure, 8 o'clock it is. In the next 2 weeks, James had took Hillary to the park, to a couple of carnivals, several movies, and lovely romantic dinners. And she was loving it, eating it up. She wasn't even bothered when he said that he had other female friends that she had wanted, that he wanted to call it off with, but that was not what she wanted. She was enjoying the time spent with him without commitment. Hillary was even comfortable enough to tell him about Devin, her ex-husband. She dated him for 2 years and was married to him for 3. But shortly after their marriage, he started hanging out with his boys again, who felt like Hillary had took him away from their boy, So, as trifling men do, they started whispering in his ear things like, "Where is she now, man? And how do you know she's at home like a good woman should?" Then he would come home and pick fights with her and call her names. After a while, he would come home drunk, and the final straw was when the nigga had the nerve to hit her. Well, he would have a new story to tell his boys about how he got the busted lip, the 2 black eyes, and the bruised kidney, and the missing tooth. But Hillary didn't care. It wasn't going to be hard for him to lie. No one could believe that the sweet, innocent, quiet Hillary was even capable of such violence. But all that mattered was that Devin knew she was. As she cried and packed, she felt like a failure and wondered if she had fought hard enough for her marriage. Then she snapped and decided that it was way too much pain that she could handle. She thought about Medea and all that she went through to raise her 8 children on her own, and was she really going to put her through all that for a man? But when Hillary looked up, she was standing in front of the California State Mental Health Facility and checked herself in. She was there. Sorry, I so lost my place.
She was there.
I'm sorry, thank you. She was there for 3 long months and felt like a new woman. First on her list of things to do was the unemployment office and find a job. Then finally move on with her own and start anew. Hillary got in James' car and finally noticed a strange look on his face. "What's wrong, James? I know that we've only been seeing each other for a very short period of time, but I have never connected with anyone on such a level as this before, and I wanted to show you I am not Devin." He was a pitiful excuse for a man and didn't deserve you. What I'm trying to say is I want to be with you. No expectations, no excuses. Let's just be together, enjoy each other, and let's see where this takes us. Let's just ride it till the wheels fall off. Hillary was speechless and was she really thinking of saying yes to this man that she really just barely knew but felt like she knew everything about? And so soon after her separation with Devin, right? But Hillary didn't feel like the same woman she was when she was married to Devin. She was stronger, more confident in herself, and had protected her heart this time. She knew now that in real life there was no fairy tale ending. No one would have all of her again. Then she surprised herself when she said, "Let's do it." 6 weeks later, Hillary couldn't believe just how happy and confident she was. She was in the mirror getting ready for work, and Hillary knew one thing very well: how to make herself look stunning. She always had the best shoes to match the suit, to match the hair, and it was always about the hair.
Yes.
She was the queen of wigs. No one even expected that she wore them. Pause. Sorry about that. Okay, so no one even suspected that she even wore them. It was always worn with such class. But today, something was off. She couldn't get the outfit quite right or to fit quite the way she wanted it to fit. Then she felt her heart drop. Oh my God. Did I have my period last month? Or hell, did I have a period this one? She just had to. She had to have had one, but she had been so busy with her medical billing job, and that she had forgotten that she even jot it down. Besides, she was with Devin all those years with no protection and never got pregnant. She had convinced herself a long time ago that she couldn't have any. So that couldn't be it. Yeah, today was just one of those days. James and I have only been living together for 6 weeks, and he'd only been home 3 out of the 6. It couldn't possibly happen that fast. After a minute or two of talking herself out of the possibility of being pregnant, she headed off to work. Now, we're going to stop right there.
Oh my god. Oh.
We will post tomorrow. If you hear a little snoring in the background, we're doing this at my husband's sleeping time. So please, I really hope that you don't hear that. We will try to edit that out somehow. I don't see how, but anyway, we will be back tomorrow with some more of Never Lost My Praise. I'm Chanel. This is Shalise, and this is the Chanel Diaries. Bye. Thank you.